This is my mom, Joan, or otherwise known as Gigi for great grandma, and she's going to make rum balls. Okay.
Well, I've got all the ingredients together. All I have to do is put them in the bowl and mix them up. And it's taken a cup of each of vanilla wafers and ginger snaps. So I'm putting that in the bowl now. Then
Are those?
That's both.
And it's all crushed up already.
Yes, already. Well, one of them is crushed.
What did you use to crush it?
I used a blender, electric blender. My walnuts too, which has already been chopped up. Just add them to it. And I mix.
What kind of nuts?
Walnuts.
Okay.
And I just mix those up before I start adding wet ingredients. I'm taking this big chunk of ginger sap that didn't get blended good. Taking it out. Okay, the next thing I'm adding to it is powdered sugar, and that's
how much?
1 cup of powdered sugar. Just put it in there. And I mix that up before, because it makes it easier if you mix it up before you add anything moist to it. It blends better. And the next thing you add is the alcohol, which I've already measured also. And that's rum, 1/3 of a cup, rum and brandy, and you make it so that it's 1/3 of a cup, the total of the two liquids. And you put that in there. Yeah, and now the Carol syrup. I mix it a little bit with alcohol first. Make sure it gets in all this ingredients. Now, for the Carol syrup, I need 2 tablespoons. And I didn't measure that for the obvious reason. It's too sticky to measure first. So I pour this in first, right now. I try to get it so it's full, because you need a lot of it in there. That's 1. I made this ingredient. I made these years and years and years ago. I used to make these all the time. But we had more people that liked the bourbon, and if it's a little dry, I'll add a little bourbon to it, because right now it just has brandy and rum in it. And this is why I think I put the bourbon in it, because it's going to be too dry. So I add a lot of the alcohol to it. But not as, I don't put a whole 1/3 of a cup of bourbon in it. I'll just add a little bit to it to make it moist enough so I can get it all mixed up. Yeah, it's definitely going to need some more moist ingredients. So I'll use a little bourbon for that. Okay, this is about a tablespoon of whiskey. So I'll add that in to make sure I have enough moisture in. So I've got 3 kinds of alcohol in it. Rum, brandy, and a little dab of whiskey.
And this is not for children?
No, whoever I give this to, I tell them it's uncooked alcohol in it. So people know that in case they can't have alcohol of any kind, and they have to know that this is not cooked.
Adult candy.
Yeah, cookies. Okay, now I can probably use my hands on this, because I know it's got enough ingredients. I can tell by looking at it, because it's shiny looks shiny with the alcohol in it, but I still have a lot of dryness to mix up with it. See, down at the bottom there's still more dry ingredients. So I'll mix it with my hands. But I don't want to waste any of it, so I'm definitely going to get it off of the spoon, which I happen to have over here. And what I do is grab up a batch of it like I'm going to make a ball out of it and wipe it across the bottom to pick up all the dry ingredients. That way I get it all mixed up good.
Okay, now what are you doing, Mom?
I'm making them into little, it's supposed to be small balls. And make sure you dip them in powdered sugar, and you can roll it some more and put them in on a cookie sheet of some sort, or wax paper or parchment paper. Okay, I'm gonna put some more powdered sugar on that. In fact, I think I'll just put some in the bowl and then I can roll it in here. Because if you get it on powdered sugar on it, it makes it a lot better.
So is that the finished product then?
Yes, that's the finish.
And how do you store them?
You put it in the freezer or refrigerator. I like mine in the freezer because they won't freeze hard because you got alcohol in them and that doesn't freeze. So I put it in there and it keeps its shape better.
Okay. Thank you, Mom.
And that's it. And you don't cook it or nothing. It's just ready to go. It's ready to eat as soon as anyone wants to eat some. Just take a bite of it, take one and eat it.
A great Christmas candy. Christmas gift for people that like alcohol candy.
One time I took it to the hospital, at the Navy hospital, and we were having a bake sale, and I brought these in to sell. I sold them to start with 25 cents a piece, but I had such a big people wanting it, so I raised the price to 50 cents. And then when they came back and wanted me to make more, I charged them $1 a piece but I made them about this size, not this size.
And that was many years ago.
Yeah. And they came back and wanted more, but I had to put a sign on it saying, "Warning: alcohol contents not cooked."
And that sold more.
Oh yeah. We had people coming to me for years after that, want me to make these bourbon balls or rum balls.
That was probably about 35 years ago, at least.
Oh, I don't remember. I'd have to sit down.
I think that was before I was married. So for gift giving, these little things are really handy. They're like miniature muffin cups, paper. And since this is for Christmas, I got the Christmas ones, the little poinsettias. So Mom is putting her rum balls in all these for gift giving. Well, thank you, Mom, for showing us how to make rum balls.
You're welcome. Merry Christmas, everybody. I hope you enjoy these.